Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Black Screen Geoguessr. No surprise there. This is the unofficial Street View covered areas. It's map by mapper. It's definitely in the description that since these are unofficial, they could be photospheres, and they could take very long times to load. Now, it may just be me and my internet. I've had internet problems for as far back as I can fucking remember. So maybe you all are able to see some of these images. The fact that I'm not, and there's nothing down here to even give us a hint as to where we could be, is a little disheartening. But it happens. We've had countless locations like this before. Now, the fact that it's unofficial Street View, we really have a few options. We have India, which there's a lot of photos, but the Indian government hasn't allowed it. We have China, which I believe is along the same lines as India. And I believe North Korea, but I'm fully expecting to never have to go to North Korea. Maybe some communist countries that the United States was like, hey, don't go there, Google. Maybe a little bit of the Middle East. And then there's a few countries, I believe, in Eastern Europe. And Africa, but I don't believe we actually have too much coverage in Africa, official or not. Because of that, we're going to guess probably either China or India. I feel like that's a good start. We could probably even go in the middle of China and hopefully a little bit of India. Again, if we had a screen and we were able to work with it, we would totally even fucking try. Let's go by Zhang. Fuck it. And it ends up being further south over by Hong Kong. Actually, that's pretty cool. Now, we didn't actually get to see anything. So that's a really good guess, a good start. Don't tell me this is going to be it the entire time. Interpix? No. Okay, we could move this time. We got a snowy fucking road. With a dude with a dog? Walking his dog? Oh, God. Alright. What the fuck? I can't. Okay, so they're not going to be the best images. All right, we already knew that. It looks like it says Glitterbach, but that's from a distance, and that would be kind of German. Now there is a bunch of places in Germany that aren't officially covered. I'm not sure if I would expect this to be Germany. We're kind of on a walking path. We got a road. We did have a sign, but it wasn't clear enough to be able to make it out. We can try to follow this path a little bit, see if we can't find something else along the way. Nothing to the north or south of us. Where could we be that's unofficial Street View and would have a mountain pass like this? It definitely feels... I wanted to say Nordic at first. But that might just be the snow. So we gotta have a snowy area, which I guess Germany could have snow based on the language. Maybe Russia. Maybe China. Actually, no, because we saw the sign and definitely wasn't Chinese. Do we go? I hate how we're just like crisscrossing here. I don't even think we're moving. Are we even moving? We're not moving. Amazing. Alright. Let's return to start. God. What do we have? What do we have here? We don't have much. We got a paved road in the winter. Something that looks like Bach and Glitterbach, or Nalbaum, or looks like an M-U-D-O-R-S, Muldors. This is an N-A something T-L-E-R-S or O-R-S. It's tough. It really is. Kind of reminds me of an EU plate. The long extendedness. Alright. I don't believe Belarus has any coverage. We might want to go here. I know Ukraine does. I don't believe Moldavo does. But I believe if we're going cold, maybe the northern part of Russia. It's really tough to really understand what is even on these signs. I'm going off of what I think I see. This one was definitely tough. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being middle of Greenland. We could even look south, I suppose. Alright, and it ends up being Austria. Which, if I'm being completely honest, I figured would have full coverage. Completely honest. Full coverage. Turns out we were wrong. I don't know why, but we'll go with it. Okay. I don't know what this is. That's the flag of Turkey. So I guess this is a car getting images for Turkey. Alright. I figured Turkey would have full street coverage too. Now, I figured the further east we go, the less coverage officially is going to be there. But this is Macro 360. So maybe this is just some random dude or chick who decided, you know what, I want to cover all this shit. Thinking about it now, we definitely have a lot in the Middle East that isn't officially covered. Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. But the fact that there's a Turkish flag on here, which actually, isn't that, it's not Tunis. God, I forget what the Tunis flag looks like. Could be Tunis. But Tunis is also pretty much covered. And we would see the French influence. 100% see the French influence. Let's see if we can't find a sign in French. Right? And if we can, we definitely move towards the Tunis area. If we can get some good stuff. Like this sign right here. We got a dentist. Come on, load up. No, medical laboratory. Alright, yeah, no, this could be Tunis. There is a website down there. Can we get a better view on it, please? Does not look like it. What about the other side? Again, does not look like it. But the O's and the U's, pretty sure that's Turkish. Oh, God. Let's go to Batman Turkey, right? Just stick it there and just hope for fucking luck. We are going north. If we are in Tunis, there's a chance we're going to hit water relatively soon. Mainly because their entire northern coast is coastline. You know? That's where it is. Okay, any websites over here? Maybe, but it looks like it doesn't matter. If there are, we're not going to be in that area. D-U-R. Nothing I recognize. Doesn't seem French. That's the thing. It doesn't. So, I'm not going to even bother with French. I'm going to pretend that I knew it was the Turkish flag the entire time. You guys are going to be like, wow, Maff. I don't even want to say anything. I'm going to be like, thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. And then we're going to all have a good laugh, and then you guys are going to make fun of me in my sleep. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we're just going to go middle of Turkey. We're not going for Batman. It ends up being an island. Cyprus, which I believe is half Turkish. And I believe that's where this line is. Is this actually what it is? Please. Please? Maybe not. All honesty, would have never guessed an island. Never. Would have never even bothered trying to look at this island. Alright. Not bad. This definitely has the feel of Africa on it. What do you guys think? You know, I wanted to do this because I felt that we would be able to explore places we've never been before. I guess the Cyprus thing does make some sense instead of Turkey. Why the fuck would we end up being there anyway? Definitely on the left-hand side of the road. Can we get any information from this sign? It does not look like it. That seems to be the only issue. We are finding clues and hints and things everywhere. .co.za, that's South Africa. Does not all of South Africa have something? Well, and then you also can wonder, are we in Lesotho? Maybe. And then I didn't think this was Eswatini. Did this change? Did this name change? Isn't this Swaziland or something? Did they change the fucking name of the country on Google? Botswana has some street coverage. Namibia doesn't. I think Zimbabwe has some. And I think maybe Mozambique does not. And I totally just butchered all three of those names. And you guys are going to let me know that I butchered all three of those names. But I fucking tried, alright? The Dakota ZA, the South Africa, definitely does fit in with the whole I want to guess Africa aspect. The only issue is I don't know if South Africa is fully covered. So we could be in South Africa. We could be in a spot in South Africa that doesn't have official coverage. It doesn't feel like we're in a big major area, so we very well could be in the middle of nowhere, where there isn't too much of a population, and then people, oh god, we're stuck. And then people are like, oh, like, well, South Africa has coverage, why would I guess South Africa? Kind of like how Turkey has coverage, why would I guess Turkey? You never know what's fully covered and what isn't. I guarantee there are probably some spots in the United States that aren't covered. And whether that is due to poor weather at the time of recording, or like filming, whatever they're doing, or because the United States government was like, you're not filming here. Like, I guarantee you can't find Area 51. 100%. Can't find it. I think our best bet is to guess one of these. Lesotho or Eswatini. I think Eswatini has coverage. I don't think Lesotho does. Or we go on the corner of South Africa in the middle of the bumblefuck nowhere. Which is probably what we're going to do. That way, if it is in one of those countries, I can be like, guys, I thought they were fully covered. I didn't, but we do now. And we're out of fucking time. And it ends up being, oh god, what is this? Is this Namibia? Which I knew didn't have coverage. I think it was the Dakota ZA that really wanted me to guess South Africa. At least we didn't go Lesotho or Eswatini. I probably, given another option, I would have probably gone up further north. I don't know why, but just at that point in time, it seemed like a good idea. And you know what I realized? We haven't really been looking at names. We got coast. We got coast to the south of us. That may play a role in where we choose. It does look like we are on the right-hand side of the road. Oh, you know what I just realized? We're on the left-hand side of the road, right? I'm pretty sure those two, Lesotho and Eswatini, are right, but I might be wrong in that judgment. Now, it doesn't have the EU license plate feel to it. It kind of feels like the United States. I don't know a lot of places' license plates and how they set those up. Could be in the Middle East. That's a cell phone that you'd expect in the United States. Which, Canada, Mexico, but okay, no, okay, I could see it. I could see south, like Guatemala, south of Guatemala. Maybe go Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, which I believe Costa Rica does have coverage. Not a lot of places do. Yeah, there's the Spanish that we were looking for that. Nothing really we can get off of those flags. I don't even know if those flags really stand for anything. I was gonna hope that was gonna be a flag, but it doesn't really seem like it. Why is this car is facing the wrong way? Oh well. Janquito blind spot. Janquito Sport. Alright, there we go. Off-road, the yellow, the blue, and the red. That could be a flag, which would remind me a little bit of Colombia. Or it could just be 3 random colors painted on something. Definitely going to guess with the South America / Central America. I think Central America is probably going to end up being our best bet. Again, we do have water to the south of us, so if we do guess El Salvador or Honduras, we want water to the south. Which, because I know Guatemala has some coverage. I don't know about Belize. I don't think Belize does. Mexico does. And then I believe Colombia does. Venezuela doesn't. So maybe we could be in Venezuela. There's a bunch of places we could be. And I think that's partly the problem. I don't know, guys. What do you think of this map? I want to know. Honest opinion, what do you think of this map? I feel like it's definitely going to open our eyes. Oh, we get to check the car, too. Definitely going to open our eyes to new places, because they're unofficial Street View places, right? Places that we typically would never end up, which could theoretically give us an advantage if they ever introduce these countries. Or are we wasting our time with some shitty images? They're not great. Dominican Republic, yeah, I would have never got that. They're not great. They're not bad either. To be honest, I thought the Dominican Republic probably had some form of coverage. Same with Puerto Rico over here. I know Cuba doesn't. Communist country. The United States kind of doesn't want to see anyone there. Maybe there's a lot going on that we still have to learn. Because let me tell you, we did terribly. You guys did great. You guys fucking killed it. First location in China, that was just a good guess. We had nothing. Everything else was partly our fault. It was all our fault, let's be real. So still a lot to learn. But again, these are places that are unofficially covered. Which means there's a good chance that we will eventually see some of these locations. Do we continue playing maps like this? I'm not going to say we're going to play this map all the time. Maybe we'll add it to our weekly rotation. And along with Famous World, Coastal, Diverse World. We always play one of those 3 a week. It helps us out somehow. Definitely makes us better. Do we add unofficial? I think we do. But I do want to hear your opinions on that, so let me know. Yell at me, scream at me, do whatever you gotta fucking do. We gotta figure out what's not covered if we do play this map. And I think that's gonna help us out. Because then we know what isn't covered and what to look for when we're playing this map. And then when we aren't playing this map, we know what isn't covered, and we could go to places that are. It's a win-win. So let's check out these full results. Coming in first place is Tapperus T at 22,632, followed by Aphelion, who went with India. Was it a black screen for you? Is that what that ended up being? Screenshot the World in third at 16, not getting in China guess off. Oleg going for North Korea. And then your boy King Maff, even though... Yeah, so it looks like maybe that first location didn't load in. Which I could definitely see being something. But that's all we got. That's all we got for the day. Again, let me know how you guys perceive this map. Do you guys like it? Do you hate it? Do you want nothing to do with it? Give me your honest, raw opinion on it, guys. It's not like it's going to hurt my feelings. But that's all we got for the day. I do hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all tomorrow. We have another episode. Have a good rest of your day, guys, and bye-bye.